The hangover of UFC 308 is still not over yet. I don't think there have been more impressive back-to-back wins in the UFC modern era. While everyone praises Ilia Topuria for his great performance, Paddy Pimblett's reaction to his win is as delusional as you would expect. He says he would beat Topuria when Topuria will move up to the lightweight division. Topuria's Georgian brother Guram Kutatiladze in response called Pimblett out to fight him instead of waiting for Topuria. By the way, in UFC 308 post-fight conference, Ilia Topuria called himself the new BMF and said nothing about Holloway surprised him except the thing that he didn't meet him in the middle of the cage in the first 10 seconds. At the same press conference, the boss Dana White named Alexander Volkanovski as the next opponent for Ilia Topuria, and that in Topuria's country, Spain, even if they have to do it at a saucer stadium. Volkanovski has no problem fighting Ilia Topuria in Spain as long as the fight doesn't take too long to schedule. Max Holloway, after getting knocked out for the first time in his career, says he is thinking he will likely come back at International Fight Week next summer. He says 155 is looking real good right now and doesn't feel like he has much left to do at featherweight. When Holloway heard mid-conference that Dustin Poirier is interested in the trilogy, he immediately said yes to this fight. Does anyone want to see this trilogy at this point? I don't think so. Anyway, let's move on towards the UFC 308 co-main event. Dana White has previously said that Sean Strickland is next for the title shot, but after Khamzat Chimaev's incredible performance at UFC 308, he could leapfrog Sean Strickland because Dana White was asked this question and he replied, "It's a good question, call me on Tuesday." Contrary to the boss, Sean Strickland is adamant that he is fighting Dricus du Plessis next and not Khamzat Chimaev. On the other hand, champion Dricus du Plessis congratulates Khamzat Chimaev on a great performance and also looks forward to ending his undefeated run. White also revealed in the conference that as soon as Chimaev won, he called the truck and found out that he split Whittaker's jaw. Chimaev said he knew immediately that he had broken Whittaker's jaw, but he said he didn't mean to break someone's chin, but it's his work. After dust is settled, Robert Whittaker provides a positive health update and reveals that his jaw is not damaged. It is his teeth that moved in and he will be back stronger. Main card opener Shara Magomedov called out Israel Adesanya after his potential knockout of the year and said that the only way for Israel Adesanya to avoid a fight with him is to retire. Izzy's reacted to the call out where he didn't seem interested at all in this fight. He will probably not get Israel Adesanya next, but Dana White says Shara's KO was one of the best he has ever seen and replies with probably yes when asked if he could get a top 10 opponent next. Talking about Magomed Ankalaev's performance, Dana White finally gave him the green signal and said he is now getting his long-awaited title shot at Alex Pereira. Rafael Dos Anjos injured his knee and promises he will be back after this knee injury. Chris Barnett revealed that he didn't hurt himself during the intro, instead he got hurt with the spinning hook kick. And White says that Orlobai also didn't break his orbital bone and that it was just soft tissue swelling. Dana White did not only answer UFC 308 related questions but answered some other important questions as well. When he was asked about Merab's desire to get the O'Malley rematch instead of fighting Umar or Magomedov, Dana says that Merab vs Umar is absolutely the next bantamweight championship bout that he wants to make. Dana also gave an update on making a new atomweight division in the UFC. He says Mick Maynard believes there isn't enough talent to make an atomweight division, but they are serious about potentially creating it. During UFC 308 Fight Week, Dana White had said that he will give Islam Makhachev a chance to become the double champ and face the winner of Bilal vs Shavkat if he beats his next opponent Arman Sarukian. Now, Makhachev's coach Javier Mendes has told Submission Radio that Islam will not contend for the welterweight title as long as Bilal Muhammad is the champion. We know Islam is a good friend of Bilal Muhammad, but Topuria is not a friend of him. When Topuria was asked about Islam Makhachev fight, he said he will be the first person to submit the lightweight champion Islam Makhachev if the fight goes to the ground. Call me a fanboy or whatever, I'm not talking shit about his confidence anymore. Anyway, along with the great UFC 308, there was a big boxing fight as well where former 140 pounds champion Regis Prograis lost to Jack Catterall via wide unanimous decision after knocking him down in round 5 and getting knocked down twice in round 9. Prograis in his post-fight speech praised his opponent Jack Catterall and then indicated that he may now retire from boxing following his defeat. Catterall's promoter Eddie Hearn called his guy the most underrated fighter in the world, who has now beaten Jorge Linares, Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis all in 11 months. Hearn said he would love to bring Teofimo Lopez to Manchester and give him a good ass kicking, but if Teo doesn't accept, his own top 140 pounders, the IBF champion Liam Paro and the challenger Richardson Hitchens are fighting on December 7th. So he will put that offer straight to the winner of that fight to fight Jack Catterall next. After the event was over, champion in recess Devin Haney also welcomed a potential fight versus Jack Catterall on social media. And that's all for now. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the fight world. Now I'll see you tomorrow in the next video, so till then, do whatever you want.